baby. We about to ruin another instant classic. People were like, Mike Sean, where you been for 60 days? Yo, Aristotle, let's tell her. Straight out of rehab, a crazy alcoholic named Michael, trying to break this alcoholic cycle. 3 shots just to start the day. My girl mad cause I'm even drunk on Sundays. Every day I'm headed to the liquor store, take a shower, liquor coming out my pores. People saying, Mike Sean, you better try and chill, mind your business, and had me some Advil. Got a headache, I'm so hungover. Gotta work in the morning, hope I'm sober. DUI, now I'm getting pulled over. Oh Lord, now I'm getting pulled over. Please sir, step out of the car. Hand me your license and recite the alphabet backwards. Backwards? Oh, straight out of rehab, crazy alcoholic up in AA. Say my name out loud, they reply, hey. 60 days in a drug-free clean stay. Cold word, I was on a little vacay. Sharing feelings that I never thought I'd ever say. Grabbing tissues, eyes sweaty, I don't wanna stay. Calling home, yo, let me talk to my maid. No, for real. Let me talk to my maid. Man up, 12 steps is the game plan. Tell the truth if you really want to beat it, man. No chicks, no drinks, pass on the tab. Michael Sean, and I'm straight out of rehab. We the worst records, baby. We have just ruined another classic song. Michael Sean, Aristotle, Pluto, Rest Up, Bills Cosby, my man Flip, Mika Badass. Yeah, Michael Sean, we the worst records. You know what I say. Yeah, yeah.
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in.
It's about to go down. Michael Sean and the Takeover Legend Morning Show is back Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Michael Sean, that's me. Jay Black, Sexy Mo, C-Chum, and celebrity guests that you get nowhere else. That's right, but here on Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends. Go to our YouTube page, Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, and check the exclusive situation all the way out. Or catch it live. Get your comments on Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends are back.
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap.
We the worst records, baby. We about to create a perfectly horrible song. Y'all know I've been in the gym, and now all I wear is tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts. Yes, I do. Michael Sean wears tight shirts every day. I wear tight shirts because I'm working out some. And if I wear the right size, you won't see none of my little cuts in my arms or whatever. Short sleeve tight shirts in any type of weather. People talking trans when they see me in the street.
Your shirt's so tight, we can see your heartbeat.
Man, clown me if you want, I'm sticking to my guns. And when December comes, it's gonna be fun. You can crack jokes and treat me like a jerk, but one day you'll see my six-pack right through my shirt. And even if I wanted to, I just can't stop. I just might rock an Ezekiel crop top.
Whoa.
What? Did I take it too far? What?
Yes.
Whatever. Tight shirts in the morning, at work and when I grieve. I even wear tight pajama tops when I sleep. Tight shirts.
Tight shirt. Oh. Tight. I got it. Shirt. Hey, tight shirt. Give me my point. Give me my point.
Yo, there we go. Oh, I didn't know I had to do the microphone like that. Okay.
Give me my point. She just popped in though.
Good morning. Sexy Mo just popped up in here.
Give me my point. Don't give me my point. Peace, y'all.
She was so close, but
so close.
Allegedly, Sexy Mo.
close, but yet so far the score is now 23-18. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Sexy Mo. How many hours of sleep did you get last night? You told me on the text you were going to try and get 5, and I was looking at my when I got the text, I said she's not going to get 5. But okay, how'd it go?
I did not. I didn't get 5. I didn't get 5. However, I got a lot of work done though. Yep. I already got supervision out the way this morning. Somebody wanted it early this morning and they got it. So yeah, I'm good.
Excelente. Excelente. Jay Black, how
Am
was
I
your
gonna
night?
crash and burn in the middle of the day? Maybe so.
Okay. All right. Oh, the crash and burn happens. It happens. It happens. It happens. You just gotta
Mm-mm.
hang in there, take a deep breath, inhale, exhale, all that good stuff. Jay Blizzy, Jay Black, what's going on? How was your night
Going
last
on.
night?
Got my
What went
teeth
on?
in. Got my tooth. Got my implant in yesterday. Now I gotta get used to this because it's hitting my gums. I'm not right. Pause. I'm not right.
Oh,
But
it's
I
gonna
got
be
my
raw inside.
because
Pause.
it hasn't had a tooth there in
Yeah.
this thing. So
Gonna be
yeah,
raw in
pause,
your
pause.
mouth.
Shut up.
The mouth is a little raw.
Yeah. So
Gonna
I
be a
got
little
my
raw in your mouth.
get my teeth is fixed. Get my teeth is. So no, that's good. My sister's in town. My mom, I'm picking my mom up today.
Oh,
So
what's
my
going
mom
on? Why's everybody in town?
my aunt turning 80. They're having an 80th birthday party for my aunt Saturday. So it's gonna be dope. My aunt
Wow.
Christine used to send me to the store to get her Pepsi all the damn time. Um,
Wow.
yeah, she's gonna be 80. So yeah, so we all getting together to have a big party to celebrate. You know, we gotta celebrate our elders, give them the flowers, the matriarchs of the family, the oldest. You know, we all gotta come out and show out and all that good stuff. So yeah, so we hanging out this weekend.
That's dope.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
From a distance, and I don't know. I know your family, but I don't know your family. Like, and I
She was
appreciate
at
the
the
love.
party. She was at my mom's party. My aunt that
Right.
turned 80. But God, you was there.
No, y'all, and every time I'm around your family, they treat me incredible. So thank you. But y'all seem like a close knit family. Like it seems like y'all do things and y'all
Yeah,
like
then
your
we got the
mom's
family
birthday
reunion. Yeah,
surprise. Everybody
yeah.
came. I mean, I
Family
know what happened
reunion.
at the funeral, little shakiness,
But that
but
was,
we're not gonna get into that.
we're not. Oh, I'm still having repercussions from that. But go ahead. Uh,
So,
yeah,
so
yeah,
y'all always been like this? Like, are you cool with your cousins and stuff like that?
yeah,
Are you?
yeah. We literally all grew up together. So back then there was a difference. So we connected because we were always together. So
Mhm.
now, as
Oh,
you get older, obviously everybody got their own lives. You don't see each other as much, but when you do, it's like you never left. And so yeah, so we got that this weekend, and then next weekend, July 4th, believe it or not, is our family reunion. So
oh,
On
and
July 4th.
they picked that date thinking
Wow.
everybody can
our
be
friends
off.
invited?
Y'all want to go with me?
Our
Y'all can go.
Where
extension?
where is it? Where is it?
That's a great question. Um,
What do you mean? That's
it's
a great question.
uh,
Y'all got
it's
shirts yet?
it's somewhere in Philly, obviously. But yeah, July 4th, y'all should come out. Matter of fact, yeah. I'm gonna see people I ain't seen in a minute. I got family that's coming and I ain't talked to in a minute. So yeah, my mom's coming back down for that. Yeah, my niece is gonna be there, nephew, like everybody coming through. So y'all should.
How far is your mom? You told me before, so I
She's up,
apologize.
yeah, up the woods. Where Jeanette is at? Way up the
Oh, they
boondocks,
all the way up.
way up
Both of
the
them are in the
John
same
up in
area.
PA. Yeah, up in PA. Yeah. You know how when one family member go, everybody start to migrate, and then I'm coming out there too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so she got a long 6-hour train ride, something like that. But yeah, I'm gonna scoop her up today,
Oh
take her
shit!
to
Is
see some
that?
people. I'm playing
Oh.
Uber today. I know I already know it. She want to go by the wig store. She want to go by this iron
I love
house. She she want to go up Shelton Ave because Shelton Ave back uptown. They got the best wigs. So I'm
She
be all
gotta
over.
go
Yes.
to the spot.
I got
Me
yeah,
too.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, I used to live uptown, so I know the spot.
Yeah, she want
Yes,
to senior citizens and they wigs.
I love it.
What up, Tawana?
Tawana. What up, Netta? I'm gonna probably end up seeing Netta because my sister want to go to your party tomorrow, and she's like, "Yo, we gotta go." I'm like, "I don't know if I'm going."
Netta
But
got a party?
no, you got a party that you hosting tomorrow.
Oh, Friday. Oh,
For
tomorrow night
yourself.
at Reserve. At
Yes,
Reserve.
and my sister like go, so I'm like, I don't know. But 7th and Arch. So Mike is going to be there 7th and Arch. Welcome back to Philly party on the radio for Mike.
I love
Actually
it.
going to celebrate probably his sobriety. We're going to probably have
Yeah,
all
at
of
the club. Ain't that about a bitch? Celebrate my sobriety at the club. Well, I had an intervention at the strip club. We
Oh
staying,
my
we
God.
staying consistent. We staying consistent. The fuck?
Terrible.
What
God.
the fuck?
Good morning, Nikki.
You know I'm
if
celebrating
my
2 years worth of sobriety.
if
All
my
right, Mike,
sponsor
you
was
wanna go
still
to the club?
alive, if my sponsor was still alive, he'd be like, "You sure this is a good idea?" Rest in peace, Marty. You sure this is a good idea? Tawana, congratulations, Mike. So proud of you. Continue to walk it out, stay focused, and walking towards big goals. Thank you, Tawana. Thank you so much. Thank
And
you.
one more thing about my yesterday.
Go ahead.
we was talking about cousin Ash Bash.
Yes.
So I reached out to her. Remember, I said I was gonna call her live one day. He's like, "Don't do it, don't do it." So I did reach out to her, and I was like, "Yo, what's good in the hood? You know, we miss you." Well, I said they miss you. I said they miss you. You know,
so corny.
Yeah,
we miss you. You're part of the miss. What the fuck?
Nah. So she said, "I miss everybody." And the baby be having her up in the middle of the night. She said she don't usually go to sleep till about 6:30.
I remember those days vividly.
You need to train the baby out, man.
No,
You're
feeding, especially if she's breastfeeding, J Black.
train
She's
the baby.
feeding on the 2 and
Train the
sleeping on the
baby.
3.
Train the baby. You gotta
Waking
train
back
the
up
baby.
on the 1.
You gotta do it. You gotta
Ain't
train
nothing
the
better
baby.
than a guy who ain't nothing better than a guy saying you got to train the baby.
That's what Lady Q said.
Ain't nothing better.
You
Look,
ain't
I'm gonna
never
let him
did that.
ride. I'm gonna let him ride. Go ahead.
No, you got. She got to train the baby. But she said she'll be back soon, talking that ish. And then she shared a whole bunch of pictures with me that I love, but I can't. I'm not gonna do it. I can't. Yeah, I got a whole bunch. Oh, I could probably share with you, Mo.
I would like to see baby CJ.
Directly. Oh, so I can show Mike. Okay, so Mike and Mo, I can show y'all. All right. I'm gonna forward it to
Can
y'all.
we show the group chat?
No. I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to get in trouble. I think she said she shared.
What was Tawana's comment? Real quick, go ahead. I just want to read it. I'm not gonna read it all. Go ahead. I want to see. By the way, I have young 20-something colleague that used to be a drug user that I inspired by your story. He may want to meet you. Oh wow. Well, sure.
You're changing lives, Mike, having impact on people. That's dope.
Well, let me know.
A beautiful thing.
That is dope. Download and then I'm gonna share it.
See, even when you're not trying to be like a role model or you are.
Did I tell y'all? Did I tell y'all I was at a comedy show last Sunday? I was at a comedy show last Sunday, and a young woman came up to me, and she was pretty, but I thought I assumed that she was working. She was working. She came up to me. She said, "You don't remember me?" I said, "Oh fuck, here we go," and she was like, I was your intern in 2004. And now I'm like, well, was I nice to you? And she said, because I normally was nice to the interns. And she was like,
she was like, J Black. Go, here you go.
She was like, no. She said it was crazy. This is after you guys have there was the last half of me being on the radio. It was me and Envy. It was 2004.
Okay.
And she contributes to answering the phones to her ability. And whatever she learned from us, I need to have her on the show. Whatever she learned from us, she was like, I took it. She's working in marketing for some liquor from marketing company. And she was like, no, I tell people all the time that I really contribute my success to being an intern for Michael Sean. I was like, what the fuck? So her name is Jennifer. And when she said that, I do remember
Jim Boogie. Did we used to call her Jim Boogie?
Might be Jim Boogie. I'm not, but she's light skinned.
Jennifer. Did she get recently married? I know we had a couple of interns named Jennifer, but go ahead. But either way,
I don't know if she got married. I know her man was there, and I was like, I hope he ain't catch.
She live in the DMV area now.
No, she works in Philly, so she's in Philly. Jennifer, that's the other Jennifer.
Okay, you know what I'm talking.
She actually came out to Dallas. She's doing really well.
Yeah, she's doing really edited well. For like Essence Mac. Like, yeah.
Yo, she's killing it.
You know, we got actors with Ashley. Out there with Tyler Perry doing her thing.
Ashley Monique Harper.
Yeah, we had some little influence on some people, Mike.
Yeah,
we was positive. We was positive on some people.
We did. So shout out. So I'll be there tomorrow at 7. Today is my 2-year anniversary, my 2-year sobriety date. So shout to everybody with the well wishes. I got the shirt on.
That's a milestone.
So I'm still a newbie in here, but it's a blessing. We'll talk more about that. Mo has actually arranged somebody who's done a lot more years than I have in sobriety for our guest at 8:00. So we can get into all that. I appreciate y'all. It's a wonderful feeling. Not waking up and trying to figure out how many hours I can go through before the liquor store opens up at 9:00. That's always a good thing, which was my normal routine. Good morning, Ashabu. What's going on? How you doing, Ashabu, and everything like that?
We're gonna see you. Gigi in town. I'm picking her up. Asha, we're gonna swing by.
I keep forgetting that y'all are family members.
Yeah, we're gonna
Wait,
swing
so
by.
Asha's coming to the.
I don't know. Asha, you gonna come to the party Saturday? Jeanette's in town, my mom's in town, and then the family reunion on the 4th. Because it's different sides. You know, it's like
Oh my
really yeah. So Asha,
God.
you should hang out because my mom's in town. And you know y'all
Okay.
how y'all when y'all
When's
get
the actual family reunion? Saturday? No, family reunion is 4th of July.
4th.
But
The 4th of
there's
July.
something going on this weekend.
This Saturday, my aunt's turning 80, so we're all getting together.
Where's the party at? Like
that's another great question. That's another great question.
So
I know I'm gonna be there. I don't really worry. I'm one of them people. I don't need. Some people are planners, Mike, and they got to know everything and map stuff. Just I know I'm gonna be there, so long I get the address when I get it. Like,
and I'm shocked, but you know what? I realized that is you're a Virgo. So Virgos, we have to know the plan. We have to know all of the details
I
and
know I gotta
how
pick
this
my
is
mom
going.
up.
I'm shocked, Jay Black.
That's it. I know, but I'm good. I'm good.
So tomorrow night, Buck Wild is hosting. You know, I'm grabbing that mic. Shout out to DJ Caesar who put this all together. We're gonna be at Reserve 724 Arch Street. I'll be there at around 7 o'clock. There to 9. If you want to come and hang out, it is $10 to get in the joint. And then y'all do what y'all do.
Unless you Michael Sean's date, then you get in for free on the guest list. And you might stop. That's how we ended the show yesterday, bro.
Ain't no date. Ain't no date. I'm coming straight from the high paying job. I gotta bring my clothes with me, old school style, the way I used to do it when I was doing comedy shows. I gotta bring my clothes, get there at 7.
Oh, you get there at 7 o'clock?
Yeah, because it's 7 to 9, so I'm gonna get there at 7. They wanted me to get there at 7. It starts before that.
7 to 9. What kind of party is this?
Yeah, this ain't no late night party. This is a happy hour party. This is a happy hour.
He's sober.
Y'all rock out.
You want him in a club and
I told my sister, I said we probably get there like 9, 10. We pull up. And then she said, wait, I'm in my 50s. Ain't nobody, I got to take a nap if you talk about some 10 o'clock at night and like just now getting somewhere. We should be on our way coming back by 10.
By 10, yeah. You should be finding out where the car at. Where the car at. We should be getting our finale, taking our finale pictures, taking our finale photos and videos and shit like that. And we should people should be getting walked to the car. Thank you, Shelly. Thank you. I love the go keep grinding. I appreciate you, Mama. I appreciate you. That's gonna happen tomorrow.
You share an anniversary with the death of Michael Jackson too. I don't know why I always remember.
No, I know.
I always remember this.
I know. Yeah, that's a little different.
So you could play Michael and knowing you're sober and partying like.
Yeah, I want to Caesar go into a whole set. I need
Michael
a little
Jackson
whole
set,
Michael Jackson set. Good morning, congratulations, Michael, on 2 years. Thank you, Ashabu, of your sobriety. You gave up one thing and gained everything. Thank you, Ashabu. To God be the glory. I sensed the info. I sent
for the party
the info to you.
Yes.
Oh, she gonna be there. Jackie's okay. Asha gonna be at the party this weekend. Okay, Asha coming down Saturday.
I would tell you I would be there, Asha, but he don't know where it's at.
Yeah,
he don't know where it's at.
50 hours. Oh, it's over.
She's saying that's the club hours that Mike is having at his party. That's for the over 50 crowd.
Oh, okay. It's 7 to 9. I'm like 7 to 9. What kind of?
So we could have added more things to the title.
Can I get a link to celebration? All right, doctor. He want to get on to show you some love.
I love it.
All
Your sobriety.
All right, doc.
Because he was there when you was drinking, so he ain't never stopped you. So yeah, he needed to be on there.
$2 Tuesdays.
Yeah,
crazy.
He said he ain't never stopped me. He wasn't gonna stop me. And I was good back then. That was just a while out, that was just a progression. That you know. If I could have, I hate to go back and be like, if I could have caught it right there. Ooh, if I could have caught it right
at that fourth shot of chilled tequila.
Ooh, if I could have chilled right.
But we don't want you fantasizing too today, because I was sitting there thinking like, man, y'all remember like, just let me get that one double. And I'm like, oh, he can get one, we good. Not knowing that you can't give an addict just one of anything.
Everything, but honestly, everything was risking your life because we toasted up like, let's see where this goes tonight.
Yeah,
but we literally said, let's see where this goes tonight. We was joking about it. Let's see where it goes, and thank God that we're all alive. I say it to Ryan Banks all the time. I talked to Ryan Banks not too long ago, and I was like, Ryan, I'm so glad we're alive. Dr. Aaron Smith. Hey, where is Dr.
This Thursday.
Wait.
I'm not even up for real. I just ran downstairs and got in the car so I could jump on this joint without my phone messing up in 10 seconds. But no. So, congratulations.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
It's a blessing. This is like, this is a real event. So at first I saw that flyer. I said, "What they about to do out here?" I saw that flyer. Look like a Master P album back in the 2000s. I said, "Wait a minute." I said, "Look at them gold ceilings, the chandeliers out there. Silk the Shocker. Is Silk the Shocker come there, John? Who that chopper
It ain't
smack?
my
Chop
fault.
it up with Mike. Chop it up with Mike. Evolution." I said, where that joint at? Where we at? Dolphin got the water ice. Dolphin's water ice is gonna be outside that jump, man.
Water ice.
No, but and hold up, I gotta clear the record. Jay Black said I didn't stop him. I drove him. More importantly, there's something called the Ministry of Presence. I remember a couple times we was in the CLK, and I remember when Mike was like, "Yeah, before we go into work, I gotta stop it." And I was like, "Before?" I was like, I'll go with you. That's all I could do. I'll go with you. And we went to that bar around the corner, right? Concha Hocking. You go up that windy road to that little white bar, right? And I was like, how does he find these joints, right? Like, how do you? But when you want something, you find something, right? But yeah, I remember even coming back from New York a couple times, and he was like, you think you could drive? I was like, hell yes. And I would bring my car to the townhouse. And then we just shoot down there because we knew that we both had a better chance of getting back alive if I just left my car at Mike's house. And I get back, and he'd be like, and the funny thing is, Mike would get out the car, Mike be like, "You good?" I be thinking better than you, nigga. I'll be like, I'm fine. I'm fine. You home. That's the point. The point is that you good getting your keys in the door. But no, we always got back. We always got back. I did a lot of driving. And we here.
Like you don't drive. Yeah, I'm good. Look, you ain't good. Yeah, let's make on that you good. I could drive. You good. Like, give me the damn keys. You ain't driving nothing.
Doc. Yo.
Oh, God.
I got an audio. I got a voice memo that I sent to myself when things were going crazy at the station in Dallas. And I said, God, and I prayed and I recorded it. And I said, God, is there any way you can sober me up? I'm not lying. And you can hear the slur. And I was like, oh, that's what they was. Because I swore I wasn't. I wasn't.
Well, you always swear you're not. And I'm like, I can hear it, Mike. What are you talking about? I'm like, I can hear it. You don't know as the person, you thinking you good. Yes, we can hear the slur every single time.
I thank God I didn't I didn't introduce myself to cocaine to balance that out. I'm always so thankful that, because everybody, alcoholics always think that's the lead. If I can get
the weed,
if I can get that'll spruce me up and everything like that. Yeah. And that's when your heart stops. But nobody ever talks about that's when your heart stops. But thank you, Doc, because Doc was always in the middle of something. Right. Poor Doc would be in the middle of some type of long journey that was going to be filled with intoxication, and oh man, I don't want to flashback to that. Goodness, God.
Sometimes that's the best you can do, because your Mike is right. At certain points, people don't hit rock bottom. They don't have their own moment of clarity. And honestly, if you're not doing an organized intervention and you're not a professional and you don't have the language and the skill set, you're actually not helping sometimes through certain confrontations and certain critiques. Like, for me to just be like, Mike, you wrong. Like, what? Like, that's not the way you say it. Like, what are you doing? And all he's going to do is pull off. Now he's by himself. So there are moments where it's like the best thing you could do is just get in this car, and he's sober on the way there, so he's safe. And make sure you switch seats on the way back. That's the best we can do in the moment. And like I said, you always pray for people to have better situations, and you hope everything works out, and you hope, everybody grows. So no, we just need, like with the young people, I always say, get over the hump, right? If you can just get over this, then we can, do other things, have different conversations. But in that moment, that was the heyday, man. And it's different when the drinks are all free, and even when you don't ask for them, people will bring them to you. This was like worse than Atlantic City. I don't think people understand that part of Mike's journey, where it's like, I was there at Mike Clark's club right next to the federal prison, where we were looking back like, more drinks? I didn't even finish. Like, I'm holding drinks because Mike didn't even finish drink. He got the microphone. Like, it was that too. It's it's not just like Mike was just running to the bar every second. Like people wanted they wanted that mic on the mic. So they didn't really
Yeah,
care
they
as
wanted
much
that
about
mic.
they didn't care about his health as much as they cared about how their night went. And they was like, we know, get them Heinekens popping, let's get it all going because Mike's about to make this night pop. And meanwhile they popping his liver.
Yeah.
Yo, I
But
was in
I'm glad we
Dallas.
made it.
I forgot to tell you, I did the Juneteenth celebration, and the DJ who's cool, he's cool, he's super cool. This is my third year doing it, and he he did a cipher. He did a cocoa. He was like, yeah, I mean, I know you're on your journey, but just in case, I want to let you know, I got the brown liquor in the car. I could do nothing but laugh because I know he didn't mean no harm.
Not the cyber.
I know you're on your journey.
Yo,
I know you're on the journey. And I was like, top it off. I did drink everything, but my preference was not brown liquor. I was in the brown liquor person. But he had it in the car. He's like, I'm going
I
to
got
the
that
car.
stuff in the car, right?
I got that stuff in the car, right?
That, right? Yo, to get you feeling nice, son.
I know you done found your path and you done got your family back together again. And I know you look good, but just in case you want to hit the car and come back to this darkness, the darkness is waiting. The darkness is waiting in the car. If you would like to get down with the get down,
in case you want to backslide.
Just in case you want to backslide.
You know what? I said this the last time I went to Dallas. I didn't realize how much alcohol is at the airport. Like the airport and every bar and every restaurant.
Yeah.
And dude, let me tell you something. The crazy thing is I take the first flight out, and I used to take the first flight out, and I've said this before, in Philly, because Chickies and Pete's, the bar opened at 6 in the morning. So I would take the first flight out because I'm like, that's a great way to start this whole situation. And then I went the flight back. I remember on Sundays and Saturdays, the time that they opened the bar at the airports would change, and some states are real like they don't open on Sundays, and some states they open late. And I remember being so fucking pissed off when I would be in one of them cities that I didn't know, and I'd literally be sitting at the bar and there'd be no bartender, and I'd really be sitting by myself like somebody gonna show up. One of these bartenders gonna show up. Like I'd really sit there like somebody gonna show up. Somebody gonna. One time in DFW airport, and I'm not proud of this. I'm just, this is a testimony.
Morning, Rashida.
The liquor was right here, and I was at the bar, and it was open. Everything was open to eat. And I really sat there and looked at that bottle on how I could literally open this bottle, get a shot, and put it back without getting caught. Like I really sat there. And I'll never forget, because next to the bottle I wanted was one of the Malibu bottles. Do you know the Malibu liquor?
Malibu Breeze?
Malibu Breeze. And it's white. It's white. It's got the white. And I remember looking like, how could I possibly pour this into this glass? Because I had like some orange juice or whatever. And I contemplated, like, for real, because they weren't open enough for another hour. And I could feel all the physical things starting to pop off. Boy, it was a sickening feeling, man. And I thank God when I was at the airport, when I came back on Saturday, and I thank God that I was actually eating a snack and that urge wasn't there. And I was like, wow, this feels so good that I can just chill. Cause dog, the intensity of the insanity that's going through your brain, that I would literally steal. Like I was damn, I had to steal because they wouldn't fucking open, and trying to figure out if I would actually be able to do that. And walking through 7-Elevens, and in Texas 7-Elevens they sell beer and everything like that.
The little foosballs, and
but the freezer is dark. The freezer is dark. That everything else is lit up except that, so to a certain time. The insanity that I think back on, and I go, and that shit was rational. I almost looked at everybody else like they was crazy. Like, why wouldn't you just open this? Why can't you just give me one? You sure you? And I'd be trying to negotiate. Yo, why can't you? Is there any way you could just sneak one of these joints to me? But anyway, that was coming back home and coming back from the place that it all fell apart in. Like it was a real weird dynamic getting on that flight. And trust me, my family still to this day has a real fear of me flying into Dallas.
Absolutely. Everybody does around you. We all think that. That's a fear. Once you're an alcoholic, and that's because you don't realize the severity of it and how deep it is when you're not. Because it's just like, just stop. But it is an addiction, and like I said, for you to make it 2 years thus far, I know we tried before, and then you had little situations, you backslid, things happen. But now it's been a good run. So no, and you sharing your journey is big. It's big. But yeah, that's how that's how bad it got for Mike. For those that didn't hear, he literally was thinking, how can I get this bottle?
No, I was gonna steal it. I was gonna try and open it, and I was in multiple hotels.
Risk it all on the misdemeanor theft charge to get locked up.
Yeah.
Like,
on camera at the airport, on HD camera at the airport. They probably was zooming in, watching them on the screen. Like, if you reach for that, we gonna reach for you.
Go ahead. We got him. Go.
You reach for the bottle, we reaching for you. The second you grab the bottle, we grabbing you. They had to zoom in on them.
Like, they ain't paying no attention to little old me. Ain't nobody paying attention to little old me. Everybody, I'm gonna be good.
Yeah.
I would be good. And then I was like, but every time I see the bartender open the bottle, they use a little thing. They got this thing. So I'm looking. I don't know what it was. Sometimes it would be something that they'd have to open it with, and I was like, "Is it around here, motherfucker?" That is
damn.
Yeah, it was about to go down. That's why I always joke. I always joke when people when alcoholics, but I ain't no crackhead. No, you are. I ain't never sucked no dick for a Heineken. No, you haven't.
Whoa,
but
you did what, Michael Shaw did what for? Hold up, time out.
But that would always be the joke. But that's because alcohol is legal. That's because alcohol is legal.
You heard it, Doc.
It's more accessible. It's more accessible, and you've always had the financial means to support your habit.
You were that. Hold on.
So you didn't
record
hit
up, man.
that type of
I was never. And my joke was I never got to that point where I was like, I think for tequila, which is crazy.
Clear that up.
Gotta make it a joke, but yeah, you're glad he
but the funny thing is, you see how not saying you homophobic, but you see how we put the levels on it. Because I never suck a dick for a double shot, but I'll lose my family for it. But I'll lose contact with my kids for it.
That's a word.
There's always a justification on why you not as bad as that person. I'm not homeless or whatever like that. But I did play a hand in losing the home that my family lived in. So it's like these justifications that we have are all real like convenient. But to anybody struggling out there, and I've gotten some DMs, and I pray for those who are out there still in this journey, because I know if people think it looks bad, for those people who see people and critique them and say, look how horrible he looks, look how horrible or she or he is doing. If you think it looks bad, understand it is 1,000 times worse what it feels like inside. So if you don't think those people recognize how bad this situation is, they just don't feel like they have a way out. And they're like, how do I live this life feeling all these emotions? Because basically what this addiction does is try to numb you from something. And the journey is trying to figure out what you're trying to get. What are you trying to numb? What are you trying to get away from? What is it that you're trying to forget? And what is it that you're trying not to feel right now? And that's the hardest part. And I'm still going through figuring out every day things that I had tried to escape from. So that I'm not gonna bring the show down, but thank you everybody.
No. This was good because I even though I lived through those years with y'all, I didn't look at it like that until the hospital.
Oh, till he cracked his head, fell.
I did not look at it like that until I was there at the hospital, like talking to the doctors and the people who was coming, and I'm like, I think for me, that's when it got real.
It was real before that. It was real when he was still Jonesy looking.
I know it was real before that, but for me personally, it didn't get real until then.
Until he started injuring himself.
Okay,
yeah, that's true.
Like,
that was traumatic. That was definitely traumatic.
Let's press the stop button.
When you gotta get stitches in your head, and
then the irony of that, Mo, that is traumatic. The irony of me drinking again after that is the insanity of the highest level for me of insanity. And being one time I checked myself, and I went to the hospital again after that. I went back to the hospital. I checked myself out the hospital. I got an Uber and went from the hospital to the liquor store. which is, and I knew the Uber driver, which was even crazier. That I knew the Uber driver.
Jay Black left you when I left.
No,
I didn't even know about
I
that.
didn't know he went back.
No. That time,
I didn't know about that.
You know, he's
that time
secretive when the stuff like that.
That time, no, it wasn't that. It was another time that the seizure was beginning. So my mom got me to the hospital, and they put me in there and they leveled me out and everything like that. Yeah, you were close, and then they can't stop you from signing out. So when everybody left at like 9 o'clock at night, I just broke out of there. And then the Uber driver looked back and said, "Mike," and I said, "What up? What's good?" He said, and he's picking me up from the hospital. He's picking me up from the hospital. He says, "Where are we going?" I said, "Go to the liquor store, go to Martin's Liquor, and then you could drop me off at the house." But listen, I guess every piece of this journey had to happen.
Yeah.
So
we're on the road. We're on the road getting everything back. Everything that you lost during that, we getting it back. The job, the family, you know, the money, all that's coming back.
Yeah, and there's some things I don't need back. There's some things that had to be taken away.
Yeah, some things can stay back there.
That's true.
Yeah, some things were left there, and some mentalities were left there.
But I felt like I played a bad part too, just like Doc, like in Mo. Like we were there, and you know how people say, "Yo, where was your squad? Why didn't they check you?" We tried, but he still did it. Like what? Like we. Sometimes I do think like, "Dad, could I have done more?" But I told the nigga no, and I said, "No, I'm not taking you." He still would go. Like I don't know what more could I have done. I babysit it. I babysit it. Yo, it was some shows I was like, "Yo, he cannot get drunk before this show because it's going to crash and burn. We got a lot of money. I need to make sure. I need to stay with you. I'm going to the bathroom. I'm going with you." Like it was some pause. Where you going, Mike? Nope, I'm going with you. I tried all that, and then I said after. I remember I made a promise after the show, Mike. We're gonna get a couple shots. I'm talking to him like that. And he
bargaining. You're bargaining.
I'm bargaining. Look, let's get through this show and then you can get. So I don't know if that's good or bad either. Because I'm doing it to people.
There was nothing you could do. I just had this conversation with somebody where they asked me advice. And I said, there's nothing you can do. You got to decide what you want to do. Do you want to be present during this? Or do you either way, it's not wrong. Whatever you decide to do ain't wrong. But there's nothing you could do. That person has to feel enough pain and get exhausted and feel that they don't want to feel any pain anymore and they want to make a change. Because listen, I was up in my bedroom sitting there, and I'll never forget. It was 2 days before June 25th. 3 days before June 25th. It was 3 days before June 25th, and I sat there and I said, okay, I'm either going to drink myself to death and say, fuck it, or I'm going to try the other. And the other didn't look appealing. The drinking myself to death, and I was just like, this is the choice I'm gonna have to make right now. And I've been through all the therapy, I've been through all the rehabs, I said, so I did something that I don't advise anybody to do. I don't advise, there's no medical background to this. I did my detox by myself because I'd been through so many detoxes. I did it by myself. And 3 days before June 25th, I went to the liquor store and I got 3 little shots, the 3 little shooters. I drank those 3 little shooters. I took sleeping pills and went to sleep. The next day after that, went to the liquor store, got 2 shooters. Did those 2, took my sleeping pills and went to sleep. And the day before June 25th, it was the last day I had one more. Because you can't just, and don't do this, y'all. Don't do this. You're supposed to go to the emergency room and have them deal with the withdrawals and everything like that professionally. And the last one I took, that was the last one. I took a bunch of sleeping pills, and in order to stop me from shaking, I would go to work. And before I would go to work, I would take sleeping pills. So it would stop my hands from shaking. That was my detox. That's not supposed to work. That's not how you do it. Do not do it on your own. But that was my last one. And for the next week, I was basically medicating myself, just trying to go to sleep once I got home. That was the detox. You tell any professional, they're going to look at you like you crazy.
Yeah, because it can be dangerous. It can be dangerous because it has a physiological, effect on you. So that could be very, thank God that you were able to get through that.
Relapse again. If you want to see my relapse again story, you can go to YouTube. You can hit that link and you go to YouTube. But I feel amazing, y'all. And everything
Well, you look amazing.
Thank you.
Yes.
And to have my friends back and to have to us, though, I don't think sometimes we understand how lucky we are with how many people we've lost and how many people have passed away. To have these two on a show that I know in the early 2000s that I saw these people every day, for us to be alive and us to be flourishing and to both of y'all to have kids and me have kids, it's an amazing, amazing time. And I am thankful. I'm thankful for this community that we've grown together. And I appreciate the fact that I got people who were strangers not too long ago who actually check up on me. I appreciate you for taking this time out and being part of the show. We will get into the nonsense, I promise. And we will talk more at 8:00 because we have a guest that's coming on. Man, I'm 7 months sober. Congratulations.
Nice. 7 months. All right.
Even to the point to where I can't walk into a liquor store. Tells me immediately, this ain't it. Yeah, liquor stores are crazy.
Oh, so he had a point. He can't walk. Like, you can sit around liquor right now. You could be at the bar and not have a drink. He's not there yet. So even where he can't. So he can't yet. So I guess you've been through that too, right, Mike? I'm sure there's been points where
the liquor store. You know the liquor store you go to. You know the time you go there. You know exactly where your liquor is at. You know exactly where it's sitting. You know, I mean, there was times when I went to the liquor store where my hands were shaking so bad that the actual guy at the register had to put my card in no pause for me to make the purchase. I get what you're saying, man. And listen, I'm never going to be at the point where I can sit at a bar every weekend. That is not someplace that I'm going to be at all the time. Yeah. Like, I grabbed a sandwich, I grabbed a burger at the airport and there was no problem with it. I was scrolling on my phone or whatever. Ain't nobody trying to be in the environment on a regular basis all the time. Yeah, that's just me. Yeah, good morning, co-parent. What else, Stace?
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, ain't nobody I'm not gonna be somewhere and meet people every weekend because like they always say, if you keep going to the barbershop at a certain point, you're gonna get a haircut. Right. So it is what it is. That's not gonna be my environment. And stuff like that. And now it's not as bad. I mean, it was tough going to football games. It was tough watching sport. Dog, I literally didn't do anything sober. Like, I didn't do anything sober.
Yeah.
Everything was started having a drink. If I'm watching a game, I'm having a drink. If I'm about to go out, I'm having a drink.
About to get on stage in Madison Square Garden to a sold-out comedy show,
which is crazy. I want to knock the edge off that night.
I'm like, Mike, no, this is a sold-out show. D.L. Hughley just said you're the funniest guy. You're going to mess it up, Mike. No, I just want to knock the edge off. Just let me get a double and we're going to be good. No. Trust me, Mike. I heard this. I know how this ends, Mike. I saw the movie. I saw Titanic. Come on, Mike.
And people don't believe, even Jay don't realize by the time I got to Jay, I was literally already 4 shots down.
I know.
So the Madison Square Garden thing is amazing because literally I had the vodka in the car driving to the garden because I had to go to Jersey, change my clothes, and drive back. So some things just happen, man. I have an amazing testimony. God is using you to help others. Testimony. Thank you, Ashabu. Thank you. I appreciate you. Appreciate y'all. D Morris, what up? I appreciate you.
Stay up. Yeah, he said he fell asleep driving.
Fell asleep behind the wheel.
He's pissy drunk. But yeah, it's real. So we here for y'all.
We are here. And one real quick, and because we got the guest coming up, I will say sometimes I'll see messages. I'll see people do like their testimonies, and sometimes you get it from people that you don't. Let me see if I got it before I said this.
Let me read this comment first, Mike.
Here you go.
I always got the music on. It's only 4 words. You gotta put the music on. Like Mike,
it's a short shit. Ain't no long statement.
We gotta put the music. I gotta take time to read this. All right. So from Mike's co-parenter of 30+ years, been together. She's been through a lot with Mike. She's been there the drunken, stupid night. She's been there the proud, big moments. She's seen the journey. And she said, I don't know if y'all can see these comments. It's long here. It says, so proud of you.
I
love it.
Thank you. Thank you.
love
Thank you,
it.
Stacey.
That's
I
a big
appreciate
deal.
it. Thank
That's
you,
a big.
Stacey. I
That's a
appreciate
big
it.
deal. Because if
Yeah.
anybody was frustrated and pissed at you, it was her. So the fact that she's out here now, repping and saying she's proud, that's hold that, Mike. She couldn't always say that.
Well,
She
she
said,
would have
not
made
to
a
me.
she would have made a sandwich for me at 3:00 in the morning. Maybe no, I'm playing. I'm
No.
kidding. I'm
No.
kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
We
I'm
love you,
just joking.
Stacey.
Yes.
Just total
Oh,
joke. Oh,
God.
total jokey jokes.
Unbelievable.
That's all they are.
What was you
Uh,
about to play? And then I want to pay off Tigger right before your guy.
All right, let's pay off Tigger. And basically he if I have it, he basically broke down addiction. And when I saw it, there's certain times I go, yeah, that's it. What he said. But sometimes you don't know what race the person's gonna be. You don't know religion the person's gonna be. You don't know. So this is his breakdown of addiction. And it's coming up.
Self-destruction is actually not a bug, it's a feature. It's not on accident, it's by design. The addict is literally trying to destroy the conscious self. And the reason is because we're talking about sensitive people who feel too much. And therefore, they not only want to numb that feeling of conscious ego, but obliterate it entirely. That's very hard for quote unquote normal people to relate to, but there are some people who are so acutely sensitive, who feel things so intensely, who feel existence itself intensely, that they just need to get rid of the conscious ego in order to find peace. And that's what every addict is looking for. In that craziness of self-destruction, they're really looking for peace. And unfortunately, many of them successfully destroy themselves while trying to find that peace. So here's what you need to know if someone you love is on that path. You cannot give them what they need. Not because you're not enough and somebody else could do it, but because no human can give the addict what they need. Because when someone needs relief from the conscious ego, the only real solution is God consciousness, a spiritual experience that leads to self-transcendence where the person literally gets lifted up above their limited self and feels the peace of being at one with the all. You're not going to be able to give them that. No one can give them that. But the good news is, if they choose it for themselves, they can give themselves that.
And listen, I some people may not understand that, but when you're trying to, like I said, you're trying to kill off something that you don't know what it is. You don't know what it is that you hate about yourself. Like you can't figure it out on why everything is so immense. You feel everything. Like I've said this before. I almost feel like a horror movie. I feel people's energy so thoroughly that it exhausts me after I meet multiple people.
You're
like
an empath.
after it's like I feel. When they're evil, I feel when they're kind, I feel the whole thing and the ups and downs and trying to figure out what it is. That peace shit is such a small word, but that trying to find peace is this frustrating thing because where is it? Like you try and sit there and like, where is this peace that I can have? And I will tell you, I'm not telling you I'm at full peace, but I am closer to it than I've ever been in my life. And I feel that there are times now where I just enjoy a moment. I hate to go back to hugging the trees, but there's some moments that I be like, wow, it's a beautiful day out here. And I just chill for a second because I know I still feel all this energy and I got to cut it out. I got to stay away from people. And I ain't got to make an announcement to stay away from the poor energy. And that's not a reflection on them. I'm not saying those people are bad people. It just gets overwhelming for me. But that
you are
close.
empath. It's because you are
guess,
empath.
yeah.
No, you do. So you absorb energy. I am in many ways like that. I just, as a therapist, I have to compartmentalize and manage it a little bit differently. But I have to watch who I'm around because I do absorb like negative energy. Sometimes it's not a good thing. It's very draining. It brings you down. And if you have a propensity or predisposed to depression, that's something that really can trigger you to spiral down into a hole that's very difficult to get out of. So be aware. It's good that you're aware.
Thank you. And quickly, and then we'll go to Tigger because going through some shit. To Stacey. Let me just say this officially to Stacey. Nobody will understand how much shit that woman dealt with. Nobody will understand the ugliness that she saw from me. on the erratic behavior, and the fact that we're still friends and will always be friends, and the connection will always be there, is because until the very end, when I literally forced her out of my life, like she had no choice but to remove herself from my life. Like she stood there. When people say 10 toes down, it was 10 toes down. And she rode out. She rode out further than I would have. If I would have been on the outside looking in, I would have told her to leave a long, long way before that. So I appreciate you, Stacey. I appreciate you, how much you tried to keep our family together. And the blessing is that my family is connected right now again. And God gave me a chance, and God decided, hey, if you just do the next right thing, it can happen. But I appreciate you, Stace. I so appreciate your family, and well, I love you. I do love you. And I love your family. I mean, y'all are crazy.
I don't ruin the moment, bro. I was trying not to ruin the moment.
Y'all are stupid. Y'all are stupid.
Let me see. That's 50.
And I don't mean that the way Jay wants to turn it into.
No. I get what you're saying. Yeah, you deep down look like, yeah, when somebody go through the journey with you like that and stick by you, and you know that you were wrong and you had some challenges and they still stuck by you. Yeah, you look at them differently because you know they're alive.
Love. And that's real love, like that unconditional love.
But I don't mean it the way Jay wants to twist it up to. You know,
I ain't even saying I'm leaving it right where it's at, because I thought that was really good.
I'm on the Jay train because I feel like I mean it the same way as Jay does. But we're gonna let you live.
But I also understand how much I love you and Jay, and how much that these people showed up at the hospital. These people showed up at the hospital. I was so out of it. Like I just remember glimpses and pieces of them being there. And the fact that they showed up. There are people.
I was busting at your care providers, like, why is he restrained? Why? Let me see.
They had that nigga strapped down with the Jay, get this off. He tried to get me to help. I was like, if I take it off, what we gonna do? Just get this one arm off.
I was trying to bite it off. I was having such a mental breakdown that I was trying to bite it off. And
I wasn't gonna say that part, but
I was actually gnawing at it, trying to bite it off. To everybody in here, I love y'all that are in this chat. That what you guys do, y'all don't understand. When I was going through the detoxing myself, I was coming on this show, and I was rocking with y'all. So to the Asha Boos, to I can't remember everybody, to Nikki White Chocolate, to the Shawns, to Afro Queen, to everybody from the Random Ricks to even Coco for making me laugh in his weird way, and all that other stuff, to Dr. Aaron Smith. There were a lot. People always shout out the haters. They always want to shout out the naysayers, and they never give the flowers to the people who actually did show up, the people that actually did answer the phone calls, and the people that did give me the ride home, and the people that came to the hospital, and the people that didn't end friendships when they could have ended friendships. And y'all stood, and thank you. And for those who didn't, you had every right to. You had every right to. You had no obligation to sit around somebody who was living that ugly and being that type of ugly person. So I have no gripe with anybody.
You owe me some money. That time you were so drunk, I put you in a hotel with your keys and everything there, so you wake up with your keys and phone. I paid for that room that night. You still owe me money for that night, because he ain't know the security guards carrying them out. I'm like, I got this dead weight. I'm putting them in this hotel room. Yeah, you owe me some money.
Not recouping money. Wait a minute.
I think what do you think the hotel room cost that night? What do you think cost? Like 150 back then?
Like 150, yeah.
Like 150. I think you've sold about more than $150 of Woke Up Inspired t-shirts.
First off, that's not my website. That's Lady Q's, my wife's business. All I am is the guy that drops stuff off at the UPS store.
That money comes through your household.
I think we definitely made up for that. I think I paid that debt off. I think I paid that debt off. I think I have. All right, let's get to. We'll be talking more about this when our guest comes on. Let's get to this Tigger thing, because I'm still not convinced about Tigger's ex or wife. Showed a picture of bruising and stuff like that, and she claimed he did some things, and she didn't claim, because she then came back and said, I never said he did anything.
But said, now ask my husband why my face looked like this. So he got locked up. And now they ordered him to stay away from his wife and kids after aggravated battery and child cruelty arrest. Wife alleges she caught him texting another woman. That's what it all roots to. She was fine with getting her head knocked allegedly against the washing machine, but as soon as he started cheating, that's when black women draw the line. But anyway, he called her psycho before tackling her and then threatened to keep her quiet. Now, it sounds real bad. And then this white guy I just heard broke it down, and I had a whole new perspective. Listen to this.
You now have the arrest warrants for V103's Big Tigger. Let me tell you what's in them. This is all alleged and only in the perspective of Big Tigger's wife, Alicia Brown. According to Brown in these arrest warrants, her and Big Tigger, aka Darian Morgan, got into a huge fight because she allegedly found text messages between him and another female in his phone. And at some point, he allegedly called her a psycho. But things only escalated from there. Brown claims that he began to record her. And at some point, she snatched that phone out of his hands. And that's when she says he tackled her to the ground, bruising her bottom lip. And it didn't stop there. According to Brown, when she got to her feet, she headed straight to the basement and said, quote, in these arrest warrants, I'll show you, psycho, and began unplugging Big Tigger's computer. Well, at some point, she says Big Tigger restrained her, and she kept telling him to get off, which she says he didn't, and began pushing her out of the office. And at some point, she lost her footing, and she says that she hit her face off the door, cutting it. Now Morgan faces aggravated battery and cruelty to children in the 3rd degree. And why he has that cruelty to children charge is because police say a juvenile was in the home during that alleged altercation. We now have the arrest warrants for V.
So does that change your thoughts? Like when you hear that, does that change your perspective at all? It sounds like she took his phone. He called her psycho because she worried about him texting. He struggled to get the phone back from her. She got a little injured doing that. She come back. I'm gonna show you, psycho, tearing up all this stuff. He pushed her away. She had her face on the door. That's how she got bruised all up. And like that changes everything for me, Mike. I swear it do. It sounded like it was a regular old DV. You arguing with your girl, and it turned into her doing this this video because she fell, lost her footing. I don't know, Mike. I changed my thoughts, Mike.
This is what I thought from the beginning. We're never going to know the truth, and we're not going to know the circumstances. And I'm not victim shaming, or I'm not putting the finger at Tigger.
Tell me
we just don't know. We don't know. And that's why lawyers are going to come out and they're going to lay out everything. And even after that, then a jury's going to figure it out, or a judge is going to figure it out. But this is when in the interim, we don't know. We don't know what crazy was. We don't know if they were both out of control.
The report said she lost her footing and hit her face on the door when he pushed her off.
Well, that's the alleged. That's the court didn't say anything.
Right.
Those are the statements that were said. Those are the statements.
I sound like a regular old chick trying to take your phone. You get off me and somebody get injured while you tussling for your phone. We were led to believe that he was just really knocking her head up against stuff. Like that was the perception. Yo, Tigger, he putting hands. No, he was defending himself. I don't know. I changed.
But that's the thing. I don't know, and we're never gonna know. We're never gonna know.
You know, apparently he got to go to court and all this. So it's going to come
normally
out.
in DV, when both parties are guilty of any type of physical engagement or destruction of property, normally the cops take both of you.
And that's when
I'm interested in. I'm interested in why, when the officers came, why she was why Tigger was the only one that was charged, and then the cruelty to children charge, of course.
Yeah, how did that come about?
Compound, and that is at the discretion. That's at the discretion of the officer who shows up.
So you got kids in here? Okay, well now we're gonna add.
So we're gonna tax you. We're gonna tax that on too.
I don't know. I felt the way, and I was like, all right, let's pay this off. I know we talked about it before.
Yeah, that is
okay. Regardless of coming from a man or a woman, and it's never okay to crash out on your significant other, and then at the end of the day say, oh, because she's a woman, she gets a pass or automatically gets believed. I'm with you, Michael Sean. I don't think that we're ever going to find out the truth. I think we're finding ourselves somewhere in the middle where, you heard, well, we really haven't even heard his side.
I mean, I'm sure
he just said he's unequivocally denies, beating his wife, and he denies those charges, which I get it.
It's such a stigma either way on what goes on now. I'll just say this, and I've made this mistake. The choice you make on who you're going to spend time with in your life and who's going to be your significant other is such a crucial choice that you make. So I don't care if you're married or not, somebody that you're sharing space like a house with, or somebody that's why I'm at the sensitive point right now, that if I were to be in a relationship and we ever raise our voice, and I know this sounds dramatic, y'all, but raising our voices at each other is a red flag that will send me right out the door.
Triggers and traumas.
Because once we go there, every argument, every yelling argument, understand, just imagine if you had to explain a yelling argument to a police officer. And you had to try, yeah, but she this is why I call her a stupid bitch. And this is why, and then she pushed me and then I grabbed her. That whole physical stuff, I'm just telling you from what I'm scared of. A push, the relationship is over. A push.
So even she's in your face. She's chest bumping you in your face.
Over.
You can't push her off you.
No. But I'm running out. As a man, I'm running out the situation. Trust me, the best thing you can do is run out the situation and call the cops. Or maybe just run out. I don't even know.
The cops on your partner. Cops don't like black folks. I ain't calling the cops on no partner.
Sometimes you got to be the first one to call.
Or like you said, I'd rather leave if that's the case than call it, because you start introducing the popo.
Sometimes women don't let you leave. Like, let's call a thing a thing. Sometimes women will not allow you to leave. Yeah. Just like men, they say, "Oh, he was blocking the door. Oh, he was Women do the same thing. Women escalate situations.
She wouldn't let Jody out the house. Yeah.
Getting a rise out of the man because you want to see some type of feeling, or you want to see how much they care about you, or the dysfunction of it all. Women do it too.
And sometimes you still end up like Jonathan.
And like Jonathan Majors, you still end up arrested.
Running down the street.
And let me get this clear, y'all. The shit that we grew up watching puts you in jail now. The shit that we watched in our families, the explosions that we watched, that we all laughed about. Yo, that couple, Aunt Sally and Terrence, they be tripping. Remember that time they was throwing bottles at each other, and the time that they lost it. And remember that shit will end you up in jail now.
The dysfunction.
And that will, in the general thing would be domestic violence, and it would be some type of assault, and that's what would be put out there.
Yeah.
They put these titles on there, and when they put these titles on there, the stigma that comes with it. We looked at Tigger from one way to another way overnight.
Just like that. The friendly, go lucky, happy with everybody, no controversy with interviews, changed. But LaShawn said the reason
tarnished reputation,
he got locked up because she had physical evidence. So the cops look at when they hear about a fight or a tussle, who has the physical evidence. So that's when they usually charge the other, even though he could have almost lost the fight, as you say, Mike. But she hit the door. She fell into the door, and bam, now it's a wrap. So
yeah, somebody calling you, and I've been a perpetrator of that. Somebody calling you out your name. I understand why women go, it's over. And men, you need to take the same type of protection. What was really going on in the basement? Yeah, in the basement.
No, but you good for hollering when you get upset. So you could be a part, like, but I think it was the liquor too, though. Like you were always raised.
No, I came from a hollering family. That was the thing. Ask my kids when's the last time they heard me raise my voice. It's been years now.
That's good.
You got to remove all the emotion. People don't react. People think they get what they want because they raise their voice, because people are in fear. Facts. I'm calling the authorities, 911. I'm in danger.
And then they come shoot up your peoples, and you'll feel worse knowing that it was you could have just left. Blacks and Puerto Ricans, let's just leave. Don't call the police. I'm not calling the cops.
At a certain point, you got to get a restraining order. Who you got to call? Technically, the cops.
Because you need the police report to help document your case. I don't know. Do
And
you
and
really
it,
need a restraining order?
culturally, we have been programmed not to
Oh, gosh.
involve the authorities, right, in our family
Mhm.
business. You could see your aunt or uncle have a knockdown, drag down, like you're saying, Mike, and everybody go back to eating at the cookout and be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, that was crazy. Oh,
We
you
done,
see it, she was getting them." And then they show up the next day like nothing ever happened. Had to go bail your uncle out after the knockdown, drag down fight at the cookout.
Dr. Aaron Smith said somebody close to me in my fraternity died that way. Routine 911 for erratic behavior resulted in him being executed right in front of his family by police.
Mm.
It's damned if you do and damned if you don't. The
Yeah.
danger, if you call the cops, they could kill somebody. If you don't call the cops and you stay in the relationship, you could get killed.
Mm. Mm.
Maybe just go to the police station and file a report of what just happened. So they ain't got to send nobody out in the moment, because in the moment tension is high. But do what's best for you, people. Obviously, weapons involved and all that changes things.
Let me tell y'all,
And stop poking the bear. A lot of stuff we know when we poke the bear. We know a lot of these disagreements and relationships and arguments. We know when things go left and what we're doing.
The judge don't give a damn about who poked the bear.
Right.
The judge don't give a damn about who poked the bear. So I'm telling you, when you see those red flags, don't worry about if he's taking you to the Cheesecake Factory. Don't worry about worry about that, sweetheart.
Right.
Worry about how you guys have conflict resolution. Worry about how you guys can actually have a conversation about the touchiest shit and keep your voices at where they need to be. Because that old, oh, they love each other. Look at them. They be wilding, but they love each other. That shit ain't love.
It's dysfunction at its best.
Just because we saw our family members have relationships for 30 years, shit, that don't work in 2026, y'all.
Hopefully
Just
Billy
be
J
careful.
out there. Hopefully Billy watching. Billy J out
Yeah,
there.
Billy should have been called the cops, Billy. I'm playing,
Right.
Billy.
I think your guess.
The guest is here. In honor of the 2 years of sobriety that I'm celebrating today, Mo reached out, and Mo, you do the introduction. This is your people. This is your people.
His camera just went out.
Oh, the camera just went out.
Oh no, he's back. I think. All right, go ahead.
So this is someone who is close, near, and dear, and pretty much raised me. Secondary to my parents. This is my godfather, and when I say a brilliant person and all together, everyone else calls him JD. I affectionately call him, what I've called him since I could speak, Jimmy Davis. But when I say an amazing story and an amazing testimony, I'm gonna let him just come on and tell you a little bit about his journey.
All right, JD.
Good morning.
He's in the building.
Morning. I'm having so much fun already. I don't want to say anything. I just want to sit back and listen. I'm here in the topic is near and dear to my heart. Recovery is where I am. It has rescued me on so many levels. So I'm just excited that Monique asked me to share about it. Anywhere I get to share the message, I love to share it.
Can you turn your phone this way so we can get the whole? Let me see if we can do that.
Senior struggle with this, Mike.
Yes.
Jay said that. What do you mean, senior? Everybody struggles with this.
Everybody
struggles with this.
Turn it sideways, the long way.
Oh, okay. I'm old. You tell me.
See.
One more way. There we go.
No. He got his rotation off. You're never gonna get him to explain it.
Nope.
You're gonna just let it rock out. Yeah, turn it back. Yep, you good, Mike. You ain't gonna, your auto. Well, good morning, Mr. JD. Yeah, we're gonna rock like that. Good morning, Mr. JD. We appreciate you coming on to join. I had one question. Like Mike is at his 2-year sobriety right now. It's like for weddings, they say when you get past that 7-year itch, you're usually good in a marriage. Is there a certain threshold for sobriety where you feel like, okay, I reached a certain plateau and it may get easier?
It gets different, never easier. And 2 years is a long time, but it's not enough time.
Absolutely.
Every day, every single day. Sometimes I have to take it an hour at a time. Sometimes 1 minute at a time. And that's 20 years in. So no, 2 years is not time. He has not graduated. There's a little slogan we say, your head pops out of somewhere at 5 years. But
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
Oh, we're losing your audio, your reception where you are. We're losing your audio.
At the
end. Bring him down. Bring him down for a
Ah.
second.
Yeah, we always have problems. No, he's absolutely right. They always say 2 years you get your head out your ass in 2 years. And yeah, I'm a newbie, y'all. So hopefully we can get more. We can get him back. The connection
He
is
has
always
such
so
an
crazy.
amazing story. And just reinventing yourself and finding your people and the amount of people who he's helped. I've gone down to Atlanta many a times and just watched him at meetings and how people come up to me and tell me how thankful they are to have him and how life-changing. And I'm talking about not just people in his age bracket, but people who are younger than me, just trying to live day to day in their sobriety of whatever addiction that they have. It's amazing journey to watch.
So we'll see. We'll get him back on here. All right. So Dr. Aaron Smith okay. Let's see. Let's see if this works. Let's come on.
He's popping in now.
Come on. Let's see. Device not connected. Let's see. All right. All right. The magic of technology. It's supposed to.
I wonder if he lost any family members, like lost any relationships that was like his best friend, his love.
Absolutely.
I wonder if he went through.
Absolutely. Did he ever try to get?
Did he try to get her back? Because I'm trying to see if there's some tips and tricks out here.
Like, there's no tips and tricks. This guy is relentless. There's no tips and tricks.
And this is why it was important to have him on this morning, because there's no shortcuts to this. And he has said this to me before. There's no shortcuts. You're living this every day. There's no shortcuts, no way around it.
And sometimes we want to romanticize things. Sometimes you come to the realization that let's say Jay wants to talk about relationships. Sometimes you realize the relationship wasn't made for y'all two to be together. Sometimes when the sobriety hits, you go like, oh, and you go like, well, maybe we are meant to just be friends. I'm just saying, because I know where the angle Jay wants to go with this. So let's see it, JD. Let me hear you talk. Can
you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Okay,
I was just asking Mo if there was, because sometimes during sobriety you can lose people close to you, maybe relationships that someone could have been the love of your life, your soulmate. Did you find yourself putting them through stress to where as though you may have lost someone that you're like, man, I wish I can get that thing back. Like that's mine. Like, have you ever been through that?
Absolutely. But I have been taught that I do my part to the best of my ability and leave the results up to my higher power, who I choose to call God. I'm a recovering control freak. Monique will tell you that. I had her whole life planned by the time she was born. And now I just do the best I can and leave the results up to, the way it's supposed to be. Sometimes you cannot unscramble an egg. Yes. Sometimes people do not have faith in your journey. I have to just continue to have faith in mine. And I have found some people that have faith in me. There are some family members that still don't want me at the picnic. There's still some that lock the door when they see me coming. But it's okay, because I'm never alone. I am never alone. It's just a beautiful, beautiful way of life. I came in real desperate as the dying could be. Now I come because I'm passionate to share that there is hope after the devastation. There is hope after the self-imposed prison. So my life is better now than I ever imagined. So those
Did you
kind
get
of
your wife
things, yes,
back?
they
Did you get your wife
happen.
back? Did you get her back? Did you get her back?
There were issues, definitely issues that had a lot to do with the recovery process. I got clean in a town called Atlanta, Georgia, coming from Montclair, New Jersey. So by the time 2 years kicked in, we had gone our separate ways.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have co-parented the children. We can even go to the grandchildren's birthday parties together.
Nice.
So, you know, it is a family disease, but it does take work on all parts. I'm not going to be in a relationship and act out of guilt. I make my amends, you accept the amends or you don't. And then I move forward. But yeah, we have learned to co-parent and be real good grandparents to the children, grandkids.
Nice.
Yeah, Jay wants absolutes of just romantic thing where everybody gets back together and lives happily ever after, like it's a Tyler Perry bad movie and everything after the years of struggle. Two things. The control freak thing is so amazing that you brought that up, because I am somebody who has had to control my control freakness, which is I can't control anything except me. I can lend a helping ear to people who want to talk. If they would like some advice, I don't expect you to take my advice. I'm just telling you the best I know at what I know. But I always found myself one of the many struggles with my addiction was being such a control freak is I was trying to save people while I was drowning. And it clicked off.
He can still hear us. He can still hear us. Keep going.
I was trying to control people. I was trying to help people and save people. And I have a knack for always trying to save people. If I see somebody in a situation, I always feel like I can make it better. And it was like one of the worst, I guess, habits that you could have, because I would take on their responsibilities when I can't even take on my own responsibilities. And I would take on their problems even when I can't fix my problems. And I would jump into it. Like I'd go knee deep into trying to help somebody get out of a situation while I'm sitting here drinking at 6 o'clock in the morning and thinking that I can make this happen. And it was something that I had to let go, which is I can't save everybody. I can't save anybody except myself. I mean, I can be a good person, like I said, and listen. I can be a good person and say, hey, if you need something, I can, I have alcoholics who reach out to me in DMs and stuff like that, where I listen, and I'm always scared. I give them the basic advice: go here, and take it from there. But for some reason, I have the knack of attracting people who seem to think I have answers, and I had to stop trying, because it puts a pressure on me that it isn't healthy. I don't know. Does that make sense? What I just said? Does that make sense?
Absolutely. That's just such a self-defeating process when we do it that way. I have taught to do one thing, and one thing only: give my experience, my strength, and my hope. You can take it or you can leave it. I no longer carry the addict. I no longer try to get involved in issues that they have not asked me to get involved in. But I do have experience. I'm an OG now. So I started this journey in my 30s. I'm 66 now. So just about any situation that has come along, I can give you some experience, strength, and hope. Period. And you have a lot of that. So if you try to put some healthy boundaries on your interrelationships, you will feel fulfilled. You will feel that you are helping without crossing that line of trying to be controlling. I want to control Monique every day. Monique, what you need to do is, why aren't you here in Atlanta yet? You need to do, and then I have to remember, all I can give to my children is my experience, strength, and hope. And they like me a lot. They've always loved me, but they like me a lot better when I do that. They'll like you a lot better if you don't tell people what the hell they need to been done did.
I mean, I'll tell you, I used to think that like the bitch was my middle name, like because I would always do things that were very triggering, and I did not have an understanding then when I was younger, but now that I'm older and it's coming together, I'm starting to understand And sometimes it wasn't a bad thing that you were trying to control me because I was out of control.
Thinking back to when you first started your journey, I guess, do you remember that first part when you said, wait, I might have a problem? Because I know a lot of times people don't acknowledge. Do you remember that?
Well, I grew up in a town where damn near everybody was getting high, so I thought it was the norm. But they would go home and go to work the next day. I was in the
function. Okay.
very heavily in Manhattan, and I would be at the studio the next day. And like, where is everyone? Then I would go to things like the Grammy parties, and 3 days later, they'd be like, are you ever going to leave the Grammy party? I was like, no, the party just getting started. So that was on the high end. The low end was when I was on 119th Street trying to get a bundle on credit. So, yeah, it was pretty obvious for me when I hit a bottom. You know, the self-degradation was just humiliating. And I was never one that, you know, could like turn to the streets for prostitution or anything like that. So I had a Rolodex. Y'all remember the Rolodex days?
Back in the day, yeah, the Rolodex.
I had ever met and gave them this biggest sob story about somebody got killed in the family. I only need $500 to get there. And then once in a while, they'd all bump into each other in the grocery store and say, did he call you with that same story? So it became pretty obvious that I had a major problem.
Did you ever sell your body?
Beg your pardon?
Did you ever sell your body? Did you ever get to that point?
No, I was coming through during the HIV stage, and we had a lot of myths about it, and we called it the plague. And so I was blessed not to have to do that, but I surely don't judge those that have, because I've gone to any length to get some money. But I had some strong people, like Monique has some parents that I went to kindergarten with, and they was like, Jimmy Davis, we don't believe none of that stuff. See, I wasn't the first junkie to come along in our circle. So by the time I came along, Monique has a grandmother named Jeanette, and Jeanette would like pull me aside and said, no, what in the hell? See, because we knew it didn't discriminate. You could be educated, you could have law degrees, MBAs, PhDs, and still be a low-life junkie. And I'm so grateful for the people that didn't enable me. I have some sponsees where their mamas let them stay, rob the whole house, steal the family. My pit folk, baby, they didn't play that. So I'm grateful that I wasn't enabled. And don't enable any addict. It's called tough love, you know? Show them where to get some help, but don't let them get your bank account.
Do you encourage Michael Sean doing clubs and being around alcohol all the time?
Absolutely. If his motives are pure, see, I'd still go. I just left Grand Hustle Studio with Young Dro. Young Dro he won't mind me saying it, he just celebrated his 5-year clean date. Our motives are to go feed our family. See, I don't want to be clean and broke. Ain't nothing fun about that.
Right.
Go get your money. I take people with me all the time. I always have an accountability partner. Monique and my other kids know where I'm at all times. They got my location. So there's some things that I can do, you know, to make the process a little easier. But people relapse that work at McDonald's. So no, there's no just like a plague on the entertainment industry. Go do your job and take your air home. How about that?
You know, JD, it's funny because people always talk about triggers, and there was a point where people like who weren't in the program or weren't in recovery, and no fault of theirs, because, you know, God bless, they didn't need to be, would be like, you know, what's your trigger? And I would get frustrated. I'd be like, waking up is my fucking trigger. Like that was the trigger. And when you brought up some things that remind me, because I've gone through so much therapy and stuff like that. And how much do you think your environment played a part? Because I grew up in the 80s, basically. And both my uncles died of AIDS. One died because of his heroin use. We don't know for sure, but for sharing needles. And my other uncle was gay, and he died for unprotected sex. We don't know that for sure. We don't know. We just, you know, my uncle was a heroin addict, and my uncle happened to be gay. And I watched the crack and AIDS epidemic in the Bronx. And being around so much alcohol, it was so normal. It was so normal that not till I was probably in my 30s that I realized how dysfunctional and I love my family. I love my cousins. I love my aunts. But I would have family members who literally, when my cousin got pregnant, literally sat at the table trying to decide what her discipline should be and how they were upset that nobody physically put their hands on her for getting pregnant. But the people who were making decisions were either doing coke, were alcoholics, or smoking crack. And this was the hierarchy. This is the hierarchy of the family making decisions. My point being, how much do you think it influenced and actually put that seed in your mind, your environment that you grew up in?
Well, I had to change people, places, and things.
Right.
And had a network of high rollers and ballers, and I still keep in touch with them. But my main source of support comes from other people in recovery. It's a never alone program. While I've been on this phone, I've gotten 3 calls from other people with substantially long-term recovery that get it. We need each other to talk about like what you're talking about. And it's just a wonderful way of life, but I have to do the work. Nobody's going to come rescue me. Nobody's going to say, leave those people that's snorting up an 8-ball over there at the compound nightclub. Don't go in the bathroom. Nobody's going to do that. Life is lifing for everyone. It's a personal responsibility. And whenever I feel that I'm not getting the support I need, I have people that I can call on speed dial that will just listen. Sometimes just listening to what I'm talking about. Absolutely. You know, my biggest, no matter what, was the loss of a child. And I lost my son at age 20. He was 25 to the disease of addiction. So I just want to be known as the person y'all call about where the party gonna be, where the big NA is gonna be, what convention we going to in Philly. And they got some great conventions in Philly. Conventions in Vegas, convention. They call me about, hey, JD, I just lost my son. Can you help me how to get through one more day? So my out has given me a purpose that I never wanted. I just wanted to be the good time guy in recovery. I've turned out to be the one to help you get through no matter what, whether you lose your mama, I lost my mama, lose your daddy, whether you lose a child, I've lost jobs, I've lost a wife. I've been through some things, and what I can do is be that support. And I have other people. And it doesn't matter just the amount of time, with much less time than 29 years, that can help me get through situations that I don't know how to get through. One day at a time. That's the key.
Condolences with your son. Do a part of you blame yourself a little bit within his addiction? Like, do you think you played a part in that?
Absolutely, especially in the beginning before I went through the process. The process was to be the person that can be an example once I got clean, and I did. My ex-wife got the cute little girls that were in Jack and Jill. She got all of them, and I got him in custody. And he came and he ended up in treatment, and he had some great times clean, but he would not give up the lifestyle. If the dope don't kill you, the lifestyle will.
Fact.
And he was lifestyle alone. So I made amends. I showed him what I was doing. I helped support him in his journey, and the guilt and shame has left. It has, like somebody said in the beginning, does it get better? No, it doesn't get better. It just gets different. I realize there's a higher power. There's a God. I'm not it. Sometimes I wish I was it, and I could have saved him. Like you said, I tried to do everything humanly possible, but I rest good at night. I rest good at night. No, the best I could.
What are the steps when you say that? I think, and I've said this a gang of times on this show, and forgiving yourself was probably the hardest part. It's still in the process of the hardest part of forgiving yourself for what you feel you took part in. How did you get to a place where you could forgive yourself and still not beat yourself up for maybe saying the wrong thing, doing the wrong thing, setting the wrong example, or even instigating certain situations?
That's such a great question. I love to talk about this topic. It's called living amends. He's gone, ain't much more I can do except with the spirit. and I'm a spiritual person. I'm not a religious person, but very spiritual. But I was told to make living amends with other young, troubled young men that are seeking recovery. Now, I'm not going to the trap to find nobody and convince them this might be a better way of life. But when somebody and they say, "Did you call, Uncle JD?" And they give them cats my phone number, and they try all them games that my son tried to pull on me. And he was some kind of gang member. I still can't figure out which kind it was, but I know the whole street kind of lingo, and I try to help them. And that helps me every time I do feel less guilty, feel less shameful, feel less of a good dad to my son who's gone by helping other troubled young men. I leave the women alone. That's why I started calling myself Uncle JD, because they were winking at me with 3 months clean. I was, oh. But the young guys, they really come to me for advice now and guidance, because I don't judge them. I don't judge them. I just try to hey, jails, institutions,
yes.
Like I had Rich Homie Quan, and I used to spend time with Rich Homie Quan all day and night, God rest his soul, talking about jail, institutions, or death. And of course, he died from an overdose of fentanyl. And so I can at now and say, do you want to go to jail for 15 years clean? Do you want to stay in these treatment centers? Because it ain't no fun. If you're in the treatment center having fun, you're in the wrong treatment center. And then I talk about the death. And they said, Pops, what death? I said, my son, Gian, rest his soul, he died from the use of drugs. So, yeah, living amends has helped me get up every day and do what I need to do.
And I have a personal question. So I have received a phone call, and I'm going to try and be as vague as possible about the person. And I received these multiple phone calls from a person, and I know they've already been drinking, and they've already been diagnosed with cirrhosis. And this person has in their way has thrown in the towel. This is the way I'm going to be. And they have a significant other who's standing by them and helping them. I honestly sometimes don't pick up the phone because I don't know what to say anymore. Like, I've led this person to rehabs and I've led this person to meetings, and I'm not frustrated in any way. I just don't know if I'm doing them any good by having this conversation at 10 o'clock in the morning. And I'm not judging, because that's where I've been, where I already know the intoxication level is where it's at. They can still hold the conversation. I don't know, am I supposed to continue these conversations or feel bad that I may not answer the phone because I know where he's going, and I have a funny feeling that that the next phone call I'm going to get is that they may not be here anymore?
Well, that's a great question too, boy. Y'all doing you're doing some deep work today, boy. So I hate Pat and Monique on the back, but she taught me years ago that I can't help anybody unless I put that oxygen tank on me first. And always remember when you give me that analogy. And what you have to do is make sure you're spiritually fit. You cannot pour from an empty cup. So first, make sure you're okay, that your mental health is great. You got a lot of stuff to do. It's 8 o'clock in the morning and you working. So we don't want to drain ourselves to the point where it's just not helpful. But be that kind ear, no matter what. If you can, be that listening person. You may be the one they need to just hear that one encouragement that says, wow, she believes in me. I might try. You never know when that one person is ready to stop and turn it over. So the answer is keep answering that damn phone, whether they drunk or not, and just be kind and loving and give your experience and hope, because you're doing a great job by answering the first time, let alone every time. I talk to drunk people in the morning. But
and
you can be
so I'll just listen. I'll listen, because I know what's going to come out the person's mouth, and I also know I feel for the significant other. But I'll listen. I'm glad I'll listen, because the last phone call I did not answer it, but it wasn't on purpose. It wasn't on purpose that I didn't answer it. I really did miss the call. And then it was a few hours later, but then I had a decision, do I call back? And
But
I'll be honest,
that's
I
so
didn't.
guilt ridden. That's so guilt ridden. Like you have to let that go.
Right.
And you better call me back today then, Mike. This is crazy. No, JD. So a lot of like us at our age, we listen to you. Being an OG, being in your 60s, we'll listen. But the youth sometimes may not want to hear from somebody in their 60s. Somebody like Young Thug going through 5 years sobriety. You think he would be okay with maybe coming on and sharing his testimony? Are you cool like that to ask him?
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's quite a few people. I only know the Atlanta hip hop community. I don't, but we have a lot of people here in Atlanta that are supportive of recovery. Because I was hiding out in recovery 5 years ago after the pandemic. I had ballooned to 350 pounds. Not only has it helped me stop using and find a new way of life, I'm at 190 pounds now.
Hey,
yes.
Let's go.
Mike did lose a lot of weight once he stopped drinking. So yeah, I guess it is something to that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I go to the gym 3 times a week. I swim. I took a little senior citizen dance. I know every line there is, boots around and all. So recovery more than just stop using and sit in a boring meeting listening to people talk all day and night. It's dealing with every single problem that I have. There's a solution. No more blood pressure medicine. No more. You know what blood pressure medicine do to your manhood. That ain't no fun thing to be on for the rest of your life. No more diabetes. Come on, who want to be on metformin and got to poop every time you walk into the... Who want to live like that? No more cholesterol medicine. My blood is pumping through my heart. It's working. There's a solution. So there's ways that I talk to the young people that aren't about don't smoke, because they love to smoke weed. I don't even talk about don't do this, don't do that. I'm talking about let's deal with the problem that's killing you the most. There's a solution, and it leads to recovery.
Wow.
Oh, man. Well, if you don't mind me asking, what was your drug of choice?
I'm from Linden, New Jersey. Whatever it is, what you asked, what was?
But what was the preference? I know that's a dumb quote. What was the preference? What was the one? If you could.
Whitney Houston said crack was whack. So I guess is there a certain what was your preference? Yeah.
I used to put it this way. I used to promote Whitney Houston at the Peppermint Lounge on Wednesday nights. So you do the math. I grew up. Me and a cat named Bob Sumners. He did the comedy.
Yes. I know Bob. I performed at the Peppermint.
Well, there you go. Me and Bill Bellamy. So you already know what drug we were probably doing over there in Essex County. Then we go on over to Harlem for the after party. So, that's the thing. But in our program, a specific substance is not the issue. You go down that rabbit, it starts to bring up differences instead of similarities. So we try to stay away from that, because now they say, Unc, you don't know, we on this something, whatever they are. And I say, it doesn't matter. It's how it affects. So yes, I was Whitney Houston stages and all of those stages, but I had progressed to all kinds of other drugs, and alcohol is a drug. I was getting drunk in 7th grade on the way to high school.
Wow. Can I veer off the subject for a second? Because now that you said that, I just have a quick question. Because I after you get off, I have a clip I'm about to play, and Oprah decided that she was going to share a story, and she was going to share the story to show people how intimate the relationship is with your audience. So she told the story about Whitney Houston falling off the stage. And then she basically was trying to say, and I told the audience, please don't share this, because that would ruin Whitney right now. And I'm going to get your opinion on this. My problem with this is, why the fuck is she sharing the story if when she was alive, she thought it would ruin Whitney? Why would you share it now? And I have a problem because, and I want to say this, it's now that you're part of the show for a few minutes. I want to say this to Oprah, who will probably never see this. If you want to share stories, how about you share some of them Harvey Weinstein stories?
Right.
How about you share some stories, not of an icon who passes away tragically, and for some reason you decide this is a good story to share so you could show some type of amazing connection with your audience. I applaud the audience for not sharing the photos or not sharing the videos. What I don't applaud is a billionaire black woman deciding that she was going to throw more insane dirt on this woman who died tragically by a disease that she had. How I just want to know, obviously you were closer to Whitney than I will ever have been. How do you feel about her sharing this story now?
Well, there's two falls to that. One, I was very close to Whitney and Bobby when they came to Atlanta. Bobby never wanted recovery, but Whitney did. She made some great attempts to come to the world famous Highland Club. That's our clubhouse. Where if you in recovery and you black, you got to go to the Highland Club. And she came and she did really well. Her counselor was a lady named Lori Starks, and Lori's still my best friend. And we saw Whitney. So Whitney, if she was here today, she'd be like, oh, well, yes, and I did fall off that stage and many other stages. They got a whole lot of stories. J.D. Davis in New York, what he did at Sweetwater's and all of that. We just be like, oh, yeah, oh, whatever. Yeah, we did it. And that's how Whitney was, been overly ashamed of that. And sometimes people just don't understand. The second issue, professionally with you, why? What's the point? People don't need the rating. But let's not put that on Whitney like, oh, she'd be so humiliated. She'd be like, and that's all y'all got? Let me tell you what else I did. I mean, she was hilarious with it. And of course, it ended up tragically. We were hoping that she'd find long-term recovery, but she was able to laugh at herself. And that's one of the things that gets me by all the time. Monique's dad and mom and I, we laugh all the time about some of them stories. They're not funny. They weren't funny back then. I can laugh about it, you know? Humor is a beautiful thing. Oh yeah, she fell off the stage. You had as much money as Whitney and did as much dope as she did. You'd have fallen off the damn stage too. But
I fell off the stages in my time. Absolutely, I've fallen off the stages in my time.
And I did forget to say that JD was a very successful corporate and entertainment attorney prior to coming into radio. I forgot to preface that. So stories he has for sure.
I have.
And JD, the thing that just irritated my soul is and maybe it's just me. I just feel like we know the story. We don't know in the detail, but we know what happened with Whitney. And I don't understand, like you said, you don't need the money, you don't need the ratings, but for some odd reason, it's open season on our icons by people who look like us.
Yeah.
And there's no respect paid that, yes, that is a part of her story. And unfortunately, that took her life. But for a woman that powerful like Oprah is, to casually share this story and to share it as if there's a point to this, to basically inflate her own ego on what her power and connection was over her audience and shit like that, just really rubs me the wrong way in so many different ways. That you almost feel like, who is the ally anymore? Like, who are our allies anymore? Because it seems like go ahead, JD, go ahead.
Well, the main thing is with you guys having this platform and others would have a platform like you, just do your part. Just talk about the success. You know, we can't control. Look, there you go with your controlling.
Yeah. You got me. Yes.
But you can't control what you guys do. You all are so powerful here. And just the array of the different people on this platform just brings tears to my eyes, because just think somebody may be listening to you guys one day. Maybe you can do a feature like Charlie Wilson. Just celebrated 25 years clean. Me and him got clean. Chemistry. I went to his concert 2 weeks ago. He got 21 years. We can share the successes. Let Whitney and let Oprah and them talk about all the negative part. We already know about the negative. We done seen the article in the Inquirer about Houston's bathroom. So whatever she's doing, that's play. Talk about the positive things. How recovery has saved any black performers. You know, it's a phenomenal vehicle to help people. And it's good. You got to do the tea. You got to do the juicy part. You got to do what keeps the ratings. But that's what's hit. We just left Grand Hustle Studio and it was packed. People solutions. It's a dual diagnosis thing. The dope is always going to be a major problem. But how about the mental health? The domestic.
Yes.
How about the suicide rate in the Black community? How about you guys can just do your part. That's would be my suggestion to counter that kind of self-hatred. Talk about the great things. Talk about people that are reaching back to the community. T.I. just did a housing unit in Bankhead Highway, which is the worst neighborhood in Atlanta, for single mothers and children. And then they have a recovery component there. I got a friend named Archie and Yolanda. They have a housing.
Oh, no. We lost your audio again.
Put the positive out there is what he's going for. Let's talk about. Yeah, we don't talk about positive enough. We want, like you said, the salacious stuff. We want to know who got locked up, who got arrested, who got good DUI.
And even for what T.I. is doing right now in Atlanta, these are things that we don't talk about. Yeah. These are things that don't make the big headlines, but let him get into a fight with Floyd Mayweather or whoever,
you know, he got a gun charge. He got a gun.
Something with a gun or something with his wife. We all want to talk about it.
Yes. Talk about it. Positive. It is possible. There is a solution. You don't have to die with drugs from jails, institutions, or death. You can live a beautiful life. That don't mean the wife ain't gonna have no problems with them grown children. That's all the. Anyway, we ain't gonna go through that. That doesn't mean that the arthritis is not gonna kick in your left hip, and you got to go stretch. I'm going to yoga class as soon as I get off here to go stretch it out. Life's still gonna happen, but there is a solution, and that's what I would focus on. Because this platform right here, boy, Monique, we're gonna talk when we get off of air how we could turn this notch up a bit and make this internationally renowned. These different players. I stopped listening because she was talking about sex. When was that, Monique? I couldn't stand to hear you.
We had Mo talking about sex. Did we? Hey, JD, blame that on us. Blame that on us. That wasn't her. She fell into the web, JD. She fell into the web. I apologize. I ain't all the way. I'm still a work in progress, JD. I'm still a work in progress. Sometimes Mo gets caught up in all the messiness that can be this show. JD, I want to thank you. I would love to have you back on the show, and I would love to have you and dig into your knowledge of the entertainment business and the litigation and the contracts of that sort, and also the stories of what stories you have. JD. I would love to have you back.
True Hollywood stories.
Remember the 3 years and hope.
You broke up. Repeat that.
All right,
repeat that. You broke up.
Monique, class now.
You broke that. Your audio broke up.
Repeat your 3. Repeat that again. What's the 3?
Experience, strength, and hope.
Experience.
Those are the 3 for people to talk about.
Strength and hope. JD, I appreciate you so much.
And I'm holding you to getting Young Thug on here to talk about his 5 years sobriety. I'm gonna hold you to that, JD. I need you to work on that for us.
That's an easy one. I got a whole list of them. Would love a platform like this.
Awesome.
And we'd love to have him. JD, we're gonna get your info. We have Mo as a connect, and I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for taking time out to take time out to celebrate these 2 years that I'm celebrating today. I know I'm just a newbie, but it is a blessing to have these 2 years under my belt. And I know it's a blessing for you to have the tremendous amount of time that you have under your belt. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all give it up for our new friend, our new part of the show, Mr. JD Davis. Yes, indeed.
And 2 years is a long time. It's too long to go back.
Exactly. Let's go. It's too long to go back.
Too long to go back.
Well, thank you, Mo.
Now that right there, that is 2 years is too long to go back. We need that on a shirt.
2 years to go back. We have to explain it.
Amazing.
Yeah, we have
Amazing.
To the X,
You know, I always say ... 2 years is
you can
too
put
long to
anything
go
in
back.
there.
Dot.
Thank you, JD, for sharing the testimony.
Yes.
Blue says, may God continue to bless the work of hands, experience, strength, and hope. Yes, Ashabu, experience, strength, and hope. What else?
And then I put this phoner up there too earlier, Mike, for someone that may be struggling with sobriety and they need a number to call. What does it say? It's 1-800-662-HELP. So if you're struggling with any recovery, it seems like this is a program that can help for Alcoholic Anonymous and some other stuff. So if anyone out there, obviously there's a bunch of programs, but I wanted to make sure we cover that basis as well.
All right, we got a few minutes left. Let me get to this Oprah bullshit. Let me get to loose lips.
I see that it's gotten under your skin.
Yeah, let me get to loose lips right here. This is some of her touching
from the Oprah show audience that Whitney did. I think it was her last show with us, and she had gone back on drugs.
Oprah, you could.
The first interview I did with her when we'd gone behind stage and I asked her about her attention, she was clean.
Hey, wait!
But the day she came to my show then to perform in front of the audience, she was not.
But chill, you better lay low.
And she fell off of the stage. And I knew that if that story got out that she'd fallen off of the stage, that she would be destroyed by that. And so even though the audience was there and the audience had cameras, I begged them not to put those pictures out because it would ruin her life, and they did not.
And what about...
That would not happen today, I can tell you.
Oprah.
So that was her, and they did not. Because of me asking, and they did not.
But self-aggrandizing is an addiction as well.
Good word.
You do know that.
Yes.
There are people who want to appear as do-gooders, right? But in the same instance, it still was a flex for her.
Of course, it was a flex.
Still got a rush from that.
Of course, I'm Oprah. Look what Oprah did. My audience loved me so much that they would not share the videos or pictures that they had because Oprah. Because of me, bitch, then tell us the stories that you got about Harvey Weinstein and the treachery that went on in Hollywood.
And so, that's always going to be selective, right? Because she chose to pick someone who, one, is not here to defend herself.
Absolutely.
Two, that she would have less backlash from in terms of corporate. Clive is gone. Ain't nobody checking about, Whitney. Ain't nobody's gonna come to her defense outside of the Black community, right? But yeah, I think that was strategic on Oprah's part. Nothing is ever done in the flick of a moment or the heat of a moment. Everything that Oprah does or anybody on her level of platform is strategic.
It is strategic, and it gets frustrating because, like I said, who is the ally? Who are the allies? It sure ain't the Stephen A. Smiths of the world. It's just, and let me tell you, I got a job. The K104 job I got for my answer about Oprah. There was a questionnaire that Dee Dee and Jade had called me on a phone, and they asked me something. Somehow or another, it came to Oprah, and I gave my true feelings. I thought you was full of shit back then. I thought you wasn't to be trusted back then. But this makes absolutely no sense for you to literally tell us that the audience was willing to keep this between us.
Right.
But 30 years later, or however amount of time it's been since we lost Whitney, you can't keep it between you and the audience. You broke the rule that you told them to follow. You wanted to add another chapter on the negative side. Are you in the files? You got some story you want to tell us about the people that are in the files? About the people that hung out in your circle?
Of course.
What's the question?
Share that or even connect the dots to anybody that has anything to do with that she's connected to. That's never going to happen. You're not going to see her do that.
Like this bullshit. Dog, if y'all, and I normally say we, and I'll keep me in we in this in certain situations. if y'all don't relinquish this obsession with worshiping these fucking celebrities and thinking that they are something that they are not, and y'all sit up here and y'all walk around like y'all carrying the torch for these celebrities.
They put their pants leg on one leg at a time, just like we do.
Like,
but I think
you got to really be kidding me right now. And the face that you say it with that same bullshit sincerity, that same fake ass, the only person I know who promoted 300 different diets, and then the last show that you did for Chicago, your ass was chubby. You lied the entire time.
I hate when people use Oprah as the talking point about diets. I'm like, you still believe in her?
I believe her telling the story is true, though. I see Miss Robin Wakefield she don't believe. Why would she make up a story so like that doesn't fit Oprah's narrative?
What
when
they
I think
said
of Oprah.
was it was dark and she fell off the stage.
I think it happened.
Bringing context to things, just because somebody drinks or use drugs or whatever, doesn't mean that in that moment that's the reason why they fell. So I think that just bringing up the fact that she was an addict and at this particular time she fell off the stage. People there who accounted for it said, no, it was because it was dark. It was dark back there. She fell off the stage. Could have happened to anybody. But the fact that, this many, over a decade later that you're bringing this up, why?
And it just goes, and this is not really a stretch, but it goes with the correlation of the Jermaine Dupri's of the world who sit up here saying we need to have a celebration for Clyde Davis, and because everything he's done. It's like, dog, who is on our side? Y'all really gonna cape for these people no matter what, huh? Clive is dead, Jermaine Dupri. I don't know what you think you're gonna get out of this. There's nothing he can do for you now.
I said this yesterday and I stand by it. I feel like leave that to the American Music Awards and all of these big platforms that are going to surely celebrate Clive in their next big award show that they have on TV. They're going to have all of these, memorial type of discographies of everything that he's done, everybody he's put on or made a megastar. Let them do that.
So here, Jermaine. Here's Phyllis Hyman, the legendary Phyllis Hyman, giving some stories, a little story about her interaction.
Afraid because I was so terrorized by him. Whether he meant to do it or not, I'll never know. But he sure taught me that if you try to terrorize me again, well, we can't say that on public radio. What I may do to someone who tries to hurt me again in this business, I'm not having it. I should be respected as I respect, and I will not have someone try to ruin my spirit and ruin my career. If Clive Davis, if his plan was to destroy my career, it didn't work.
That's just one. That's just one. Now, unfortunately, and I'm not putting this on anybody, unfortunately, she went on to unalive herself, unfortunately. But here, just let me see if I can find another one to see if this is enough, Jermaine Dupri. Is this the person that we're supposed to do a tribute to, Jermaine, because you went to
Beverly Hills
party?
And home of Clyde Davis, who was responsible for the murder of Whitney Houston. I said it. His days are numbered. And there were rappers there from all over the country. They were invited to the home of Clyde Davis, along with members of the CIA, FBI, which they didn't understand why the government was there, including many directors and CEOs of the private prisons throughout the United States was at that meeting in the mansion of Clyde Davis. And they were telling these rappers, you need to create songs talking about killing police, calling black women bees and hoes. You need to get more nasty so we can fill our prisons that we're building. Okay.
You know what's crazy during that time? I can recall when that gangster music came into play.
That's it.
And how they, I don't know if the guys rapping it really knew, but they created the atmosphere.
Yes.
But it went from, I remember guys wanting to wear like the African chains around their neck,
Yes.
and dancing, and the haircuts, flat tops, Kid and Play,
Flat top, yeah.
Kwame, to the really thugged out and just the gang stuff. And I can recall going into like liquor stores or different places, and all they had was blue and red rags.
Right.
It was just like that stuff was all programmed.
Mm-hmm. In that 1995.
Of course, it was all programmed, and they were part of the programming.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many rappers have come out and told the stories about there was a meeting in Beverly Hills where not only were they allegedly record execs there, but there were people dealing with the prison system there and how they were going to make the funnel. They were going to funnel. They were like, this is what we need to bring them in. We're not going to talk about Mr. Hove, who allegedly, and I'm not going to get into all that, who allegedly snitched when the black artists like Death Row and the labels were trying to come together, and they were trying to get their own distribution. And allegedly, he snitched to Leor, I should say, Leor. And that did it the whole thing when people started getting arrested and people started getting run up on. Listen, that's all alleged. And I ain't got enough information to verify anything. I do have this to verify. Y'all keep caping for these people, and I can't help but say that you're the enemy. And they get us. Go ahead, Jay.
Is it something to the fact that he did help? Because I just Googled, I just was curious. Because if he did help a lot of black people get put on, I get what JD was trying to say. Like this says what? This is the list of artists that he developed, signed, and discovered. So when I look, all right, this is rock and roll, obviously, no Earth, Wind, and Fire. Let's go to the black people.
Right, but does it cancel out all of the harm that he's done and all of and make no mistake, he didn't do it as a favor to them. He did it as a favor to himself and the record label because he knew that they were going to make him billions of dollars.
TLC, Tony
Exactly. Don't act like he's
How
just
TLC wind up? How TLC wind up? How Biggie wind up? Like
Let's not
this
do
whole
that.
we got this an obsession with he put people on. He put people on to extort and to steal from.
But I think JD was just saying acknowledge that he did do this.
Acknowledge it for what? You took my talent and you used it. You used it against me.
If you can say that again, the music industry is sadistic. That's what Phil said.
He takes their talent, milks it for all they're worth, and then when it's time for the ending, allegedly he's helping the ending come. Who cares who put me on? That's like saying you get married into an abusive relationship. Hey, but he did get you the house and he took you out of a bad economic situation.
So you don't highlight any of the positive?
No. I don't.
I disagree. I think you do highlight the positive.
For what? If your main objective was to destroy me.
But see, now you're going on intent. I don't know your main objective. I just know that the positive side is if I'm Usher, I appreciate the guy that helped put me on because now I'm this big conglomerate.
Oh, really? Really? So Usher got taken up and Diddy takes him away. And Diddy then becomes his parental, he gets the parental thing. And then Usher goes through what he goes through with Diddy. And then Usher turns around and does the same thing allegedly to Justin Bieber.
I did hear those stories. But I think you're spinning the narrative each time looking for the negative.
No, because all y'all worry about is them getting put on. Y'all don't worry about the final result. Y'all don't worry about the Phyllis Hymans of the world. Y'all don't worry about being brought into the belly of the beast and you're unaware that you're being brought into the belly of the beast and then being used up and spit out.
Or even the stories that we don't know of, like the artists who are super successful and we're like, well, it didn't happen to them. Well, do you know that? I think that the music industry in itself is a big exploitation system. If you're looking at it from a more systematic approach, the system itself is corrupt from beginning to end.
I like how Afro Queen said.
I don't think it's ever been designed.
Yeah, so don't highlight.
And the only reason we say the good is because why? Because they got rich and famous.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. The good don't say the good. It's not like, oh, they set out because they want to create generational wealth for these Black families. Oh, we want to set you up. No, the goal is for them to make money, and whatever falls on you, hey, that's great if you can get a couple of crumbs off the table, but this meal that I'm making off of your back, that's the goal. I need you to be a cash cow.
Look at lies of a lot of his protege. I mean, listen, somebody just them dollar just put it exactly. It went from Clyde to Andre Harrell to Diddy.
Mm-hmm.
Diddy in prison. This man, if I tell you the laundry list of shit that he did, the laundering money, the false tax returns, the everything. No, that's not allegedly. Those are the ones he got the taps. He got a tap on a hand from. We are so indebted to these people. They put us on. They put us on to what? To what? Put us on to create what? To destroy the community. You think they were going to put you on if you thought they were going to uplift the community? You think they would have put you on if Bad Boy Records would have been a revolutionary label that was trying to change the lifestyle and what everybody was going through in these inner cities? Hell
That's not
no.
what makes money. That's not what makes money.
Hell no, they weren't going to do that.
It doesn't sell records.
It doesn't sell records, and you know that, Jay Black. You
Oh
work.
no, I'm
in
just giving opposing view. That's all.
Because
somebody think like JD thinks, and a little part of me do think I do. If Mike put me on, there's a certain, and Mike is this bad person. There's part of me still want to highlight the good that I saw in Mike, but Mike is saying the bad that Mike do, I shouldn't highlight that good.
But
because the good was done. The good was done as a plan. The good was premeditated. The good was, I know I can use you by holding this over you. It's exactly why rappers in Atlanta literally are still mad that somebody had a problem with Magic City being promoted at the Atlanta Hawks basketball game. Mm-hmm. They are literally so brainwashed that they think a family event should have had something to do with a strip club. And they literally are so convinced that the strip club was part of the culture.
The abuse just continues. They think it's the normal. Thank you, Miss Scott.
I mean, that's why I said that about the whole systematic approach, because if you look at it, they create these artists, and then they go through maybe drug use and different things. You're just looking at Whitney, and they make them a lot of money, but don't make any mistake about it. It's still after death. Look at Biggie, look at Whitney. They're still making money off of them, even in death.
It's a part of the system meant to destroy our community. It absolutely is. And when I tell y'all they get us from every which way, they take our celebrities, they take our icons, they put them on their side, and they use them against us. Stephen A. Smith is just one of the many that they use against us. And you see what goes on. And we flip back and forth because we always have that mentality. Shouldn't we highlight the good that they did for us? I mean, shouldn't they highlight the good that they did? You're not going to get me on that guilt trip no more. You're not going to get me on that guilt trip. No. That's simple. No.
You can't erase my good history, though. Golly, Mike. All right, I'm going to let you go, though. Let you cook. You cook. Go ahead.
You can't erase good history when the good history, if you found out from the time I put you on, Jay Black, that I had a plan to manipulate and use you and financially destroy you and leave you to die afterwards, you would not be giving me that life for putting you on. You put me on into a lifestyle that was going to destroy me.
But they don't believe that. Usher don't believe Clive was.
Usher knows. Usher knows.
He may not publicly admit it. He may not ever publicly admit it, but trust and believe.
Left Eye knew. Left Eye knew. Left Eye knew.
And there's still artists in this industry now who are very woke and understand, but it doesn't mean that they're willing to give up everything that comes with putting it out there to the forefront.
Thick Scott said, she said, modern day slavery, different method, but the same concept.
The same concept. Anyway, y'all, I got to go to my high paying job.
And I have to go to my low paying job.
So you making
and I got to get my mom from the train station.
And you got to get mama from the train
Mom
station.
Duke's coming in town. So I got to go to 30th
Nice.
Street train station. So yeah. So
we got more to talk about tomorrow. We'll be back at it tomorrow. What's today? Today's Thursday.
Today is Thursday the 25th. Michael Jackson. Listen to some Michael Jackson, y'all. It's the death of Michael Jackson's anniversary. He died 2009 today. So listen to little Michael Jackson. Maybe go see the movie again if it's still in theaters. The biggest biopic ever released in history. Michael Jackson owns it.
Michael Jackson was trying to yell it to the skies about Tommy Mottola and these record execs. He was yelling it on microphones, trying to tell people the devils that they were. These are the same devils. Should we thank them for allowing him to get put on after y'all tried to destroy him and tried to say he was a pedophile and come to find out that after he was found innocent the entire time? And yeah, I'm glad that the biopic is 900 million, close to $1 billion. But guess who benefits from it? It's the same criminals and the same devils. It's the same devils that actually destroyed the man. The same people are benefiting from that movie, breaking records, are sitting there counting their money again.
Can we find something positive, Mike? Everything I say, you find a negative.
Shit.
I'm just saying, enjoy Michael. He died today in 2009.
Like, well, only us blacks celebrate our icons' death dates. Okay, they don't do that in the other.
If you're going to celebrate it,
like when Biggie died on March 9th, we played Biggie on March 9th. You know, like we know Tupac was September. Like we do anniversary.
No, listen to Biggie's first album. The album ends with a suicide song. He does a whole album. It's one of the most artistic things ever. But people
Life After Death.
The first album, people don't understand what that album really is. He does a whole album about partying, selling drugs, killing people, having sex, and at the end, robbing pregnant women, and at the end, he takes his own life because of what that album was. This is the person I am. And people can't comprehend the tragedy in that first album.
Yeah.
It's a Shakespearean tragedy.
Modern day.
Here you go, Mike again. Find a good thing. Here you go, Mike. Find a nigga.
No, a good thing. Take a deep dive.
Can we end on something positive, Mike? Something that's happy. Can we get a happy?
You know what the happy is? There's 2 years of sobriety that I have.
Yes.
That we've spent the whole show. That today is my anniversary.
Yes.
And we spent the whole show thanking people and showing people and thanking you two and thanking the audience and thanking people who are close to me and my family. But the other stuff is not going to be avoided. You're not going to keep trying to trick us into being thankful for being in the dirtiest industry you can be in, which is the entertainment industry. There was an Epstein Island way before the Epstein Island. It was called Hollywood. That's what it was called. It was called the Playboy Mansion with Hugh Hefner when they had underage girls in there. They bragged about building. There were tunnels built from the mansion to people's homes underground to take part in this. So yeah, I'm super happy. I'm super proud.
I want a thankful shirt. That's what I'm gonna get, lady. Lady, can I get a thankful? WokeUpInspired.com. Can I get a shirt that says thankful?
How about this? Make a shirt that says thankful, but I'm still aware. Hold that. I be dropping bars for no reason on here. JD, right? This show needs to be this show needs to be international.
Thankful.
I be dropping.
What you say again? You said thankful, but I'm still aware.
I'm still aware.
Thankful, but still aware.
But still aware, smaller. Thankful.
I like that. I like that.
I know what you up to. I know what y'all up to. And it's crazy. Just leave it on a positive and stop the butts. Tomorrow's another day. Tomorrow is another day. We're gonna have a great day. All right, y'all. I'm off to work with to my fellow comment folks. Everybody have a great day. Love me for who I am, not who you want me to be, because I can never be that. Understand there's only one thing in life that's guaranteed. It will end. So enjoy every minute, every second. You fight for everything in your life. Fight for your happiness. Never let anyone, anything, or any circumstance take it from you. God got me. God got you. God got us. From Michael Sean, J Black, Sexy Mo, our guest, JD Davis, Amani, Kamari, Dr. Aaron Smith, and everybody rocking Lady Q. If you want the t-shirts, if you want your vision put on a t-shirt, on a horseshoe, whatever you want, you can make it happen. Go to wokeupinspired.com. And when you get there, understand there's merch ready to be bought, sold, and sent out. We are gone.
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts. But